Quick question. Who benefits from your negative thoughts? Who benefits from you doubting yourself? Who benefits from that voice in your head? Is it your enemies? Is it your future self? Is it the dark forces? Is it all the people who make you feel bad about yourself or who want you to fail? It's worth considering. Who benefits from those negative thoughts? Who benefits from us staying small? Is it us who benefit? I don't think so. Do we benefit from staying small? Does the world benefit from us staying small? Maybe patriarchal systems. Maybe capitalism. Maybe society's old and outdated values. Maybe all the triggered egos benefit from us not listening to our voice, our true inner voice. Because I'm getting a little bit tired of hearing all these negative, disempowering, and discouraging thoughts in my head. Ever since I have changed my diet and started eating way cleaner, and I've started to use my will for the good of my own life and encouraging myself, I have found that I'm noticing some toxic thoughts. I'm noticing a lot of discouragement coming from my mind, and it plays like a record. And it's interesting to me because it's almost as if it is a recording. It's almost as if it's content from everything that I've picked up in the world. And I am so used to giving it validation. I'm so used to giving it my power by listening to it, by saying, yeah, you're right. That doesn't feel good, but you're probably right. Because usually these negative thoughts, they give me something. They give me an out. They give me opportunities every time they arise for me to avoid doing hard things. They give me the opportunity to avoid facing myself. They give me the opportunity to bypass things, to bypass my own discomfort, to keep my wounds from being healed, they pretty much keep me from facing the things that otherwise would make me grow, would heal me, would free me. They don't give me freedom, but they give me a temporary freedom from feeling discomfort. They give me an excuse to not feel the discomfort. Like even right now, making this video, being conscious with my body, being with myself, making content is incredibly discomfort for me. It's incredibly uncomfortable for me for many reasons, because I'm used to being discouraged and feeling discouraged about being seen, about my appearance, about my voice, about what I have to share, about how much I share. I'm used to feeling discouraged about doing anything that's out of my comfort zone. And as I talk about it, as I speak about it, it's as if this negative energy that's been harbored within me, in my gut, has just, it's like, it's awoken a wound. And I think this wound, I can probably speak collectively, because as a sensitive person, I pick up on collective wounds, that when you grow, it hurts. It doesn't feel good. It doesn't feel good. It feels so fucking uncomfortable. and it feels like you want to crawl away from it. But it's in the same way that an animal who you find on the side of the road who's hurt and it's scared of you, even though you know it's going to help you, even though you know that you're going to help it, it's still afraid of you because there's still that possibility that, this might not be a good thing. It's the same way. We fear change, we fear growth because it hurts and it feels uncomfortable, and we think that we need to avoid pain. We think that if something hurts or that it's really fucking uncomfortable, that it's a bad thing, but actually that's not the case. That's not the case. It is important to have boundaries with how much pain and suffering we endure. We're not enduring, I'm not saying suffer for suffering's sake. I'm saying when there is a benefit to the suffering, when there is growth on the other side of it, when there is a surrender to something that's greater than the suffering, that almost the pain and the endurance of the pain and the acceptance of the discomfort will lead to those better outcomes. Like at the gym yesterday for me, I have one anecdote. I was feeling really uncomfortable in my body and just so fucking self-conscious, and I was really in my head. I couldn't stop thinking, and I couldn't enjoy or get into my body, and nothing was really feeling good, and I just felt really unsatisfied, and I was like, you know what, I should just leave. And then I thought, you know what, no, I'm not going to leave. And I didn't. I went to a different part of the gym, and I switched into like a different mode, and then I ended up doing this workout on this machine that gave me such a sense of pleasure. Like I didn't even put it on a hard level. It was like, it wasn't about, for me, it was not about like, oh, I'm tired. It was like, I feel like I've been defeated, let's go home. But then it was like, no, let's not. Because I'm in the practice of doing the opposite of what my mind tells me to do. So I didn't, and I ended up really enjoying the rest of my workout. I didn't do much after that. Like, it wasn't like a really hectic workout because I'm trying not to force too much from my body at the moment. Like, I'm trying to work up to it, But man, it is like, it's crazy to see how when I've been doing the opposite of what my mind tells me to do, I feel better about it somehow. So like, I ended up having a good experience, and it proves my mind wrong. So I think I'm in the business of proving my mind wrong, and also questioning my mind's what it tells me to do, because I'm like, well, what if it's not that? Like, what if you're wrong? What if the voice that's in my head telling me not to do something is wrong? What if I should do it? What if there's benefits to it? What if it's going to help me? Because in this, like, what if doing the thing is going to help me? And ignoring the voice is going to help me? Because it's just made me think. Questioning all of, like, what the voice is saying and seeing the outcomes of it is making me think, like, oh, I wonder what other good things will happen when I don't listen to my mind. When I don't listen to the voices in my head. It's not my mind, it's the voices in my head. I want to prove all of those voices wrong. I want to grow, and I want to know what it looks like when I'm not listening to that discouraging voice that tells me not to do things and that shits on all of my ideas. Because, I don't know, dude, like, I think some really good things can come from it. Yeah, let's see. I'm going to be in the business of doing the opposite of what those voices tell me to do and seeing what comes from it. Okay, that's all I think I have to say. Thank you for listening. I'm trying to make content that's like really helpful. But really I want to make content that's me. And yeah, I want to just be able to output things in a rhythm that's my own. And I want to be able to, like, you know, yawn on camera or think on camera or ponder or make a mistake in my speech. I don't want this to be performance. I want this to be like real, and I want to take my mask off here as well, because I think the things that make us unique and special are the things that we've been discouraged from and bullied for. And I think I've been masking my whole life, and I don't want to mask here. I still am masking, I'm pretty sure, but like, I just want to be myself. And I want people to feel like they can be themselves as well. Yeah. Yeah. So, one thing about the mind, like doing the opposite of what my mind says, it does give me like anxiety at the same time, because it's like, I'm so used to listening to what my mind says, you know? I'm so used to doing what it tells me. I'm so used to letting it control me. But the thing is that who's controlling my mind? Because if my mind's controlling me, then who's controlling my mind? You know? We're supposed to be in control of our minds. But my mind is... all of our minds are being constantly influenced by influences in the world. And most of 99% of our thoughts are not our own. So if I'm not controlling my mind and my mind's controlling me, then what's controlling my mind? You know, what is that discouragement? What is that, like, all of the discouragement and the self-doubt and the self-degradation, self-destruction? What is that? Where is that coming from? Probably the collective. So it would be like, if I'm not in control of my mind, then the collective is in control of my mind, and I ain't no sheep. If I'm following the collective, then that means I'm doing something wrong, because I'm not the collective. I am separate from the collective consciousness. I mean, I'm part of the collective consciousness. We all are, but I am not one of the masses. I'm a free thinker. Like, I'm an individual human being, and that's part of the reason why my spirit is pressuring me to question my mind and to stay focused on what it is that I'm creating in my life, and stay true to me and get my answers from within me rather than outside, or rather than from my thoughts, because all of my thoughts come from sources that are questionable and have not been fact-checked. So yeah, I need to pay attention to my thoughts. But there's also times where you need to be out of rest as well. I think with my OCD, if that's even what I have, when I hear a new piece of information like this, like, oh, I need to question my thoughts, I immediately think, oh, I have to question every single thought and feeling and idea, you know, and everything goes through this whole process of being vetoed, and it's just not sustainable. But it's like, I want to stay on top of it, you know. But I also don't want to exhaust myself, because I need rest as well, you know. Like going to the gym every day, for example. Like, that seems like a pretty good goal to have, right? And it is a good goal to have. But it's one of those things where, like, this information could fuel my inner critic to make me go to the gym when I'm feeling like I need to rest, because it can quite easily become a guilt tripping thing. So I have to be careful with implementing new things, because as much as I'm like a warrior of the light, and I'm like, I want these dark systems to get absolutely nothing from me, I'm also trying to be gentle with myself and not give my inner critic the satisfaction of being able to bully me into doing things that, like, if my body doesn't want that, you know, at the moment. So yeah, it's about kind of like, it's a bit ambiguous, and it's about kind of listening to yourself in the moment, and it's not one answer fits all. It's more just like being present and figuring out what you need, what your body needs, and what's the best possible thing for you in a given moment, you know. So yeah, I hope that this helps somebody out there. It's definitely helping me, and I will see you next time.